Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Sports Oriented Wokeism Show. I'm your host, Solomon Wafua. This is the show where we'll dwell into the headlines of sports culture that is being infected by wokeism. And we all know wokeism is not just a cry for change, a cry for conversation concerning systemic change or prejudices. Systemic prejudices and injustices, but rather, as we speak in 2024, it is now more of a political ideology which censors free speech to those who don't agree with them, or they do things otherwise, or that don't agree with the liberal agenda. That is what wokeism is all about. Could be about race, could be about gender, could be about uh, economic inequalities, could be about even think of anything, climate change, all those type of stuff that is being put as part of the wokeism agenda, and its job is just to be a totalitarian state and making sure that people who don't fall in line with them, they get silenced, or they get bullied, or they get jailed for just speaking the truth. And that's what wokeism is all about. Now today I'm going to do something special. I'm going to talk a sports story which is related to the wokeism culture in a indirect role, and also there was a bit of wokeism at the Grammys yesterday, so I'll just pick one headline that is causing all types of headlines, but I believe which is woke according to my analysis of what I saw online. But hey, thank you everybody for tuning in or listening to me wherever you are around the world, from whatever time zone you are in. Thank you so much for your contributions in the previous one. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you continue staying along with me in this journey that I'm going to grow the channel. And I hope this channel is not just about sports. Today, like I said, I'm doing something special. I'm going to also bring in entertainment and see whether there is wokeism in the entertainment industry. And just because, as you have noticed, sports and entertainment are linked either indirectly or directly in terms of how they do their business, either on the pitch or off the pitch. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. And as you have seen, what I'm wearing today, it says "why" in capital letters with a question mark. Now, why am I wearing this? It's because it reminds me of a former soccer player called Mario Balotelli. He used to wear a T-shirt inside the jersey, which he says "why always me." That every time he scores a goal in important games, he removes the jersey and he shows his T-shirt saying "why always me." So for me, wearing this is basically another version of his saying "why." And the reason I'm wearing this t-shirt is I'm titling this episode "Why Are You Begging?" Why are you begging? Because I'm looking at it from a sporting perspective, and at the same time I'm looking at it from an entertainment perspective. So I'm going to focus on the sporting side, which has both sides of the coin, and it's about Tony Snell. For those of you who have not been following up, let me let you know that NBA veteran Tony Snell just missed the deadline a few days ago to join an NBA team and qualify for Union's healthcare plan to provide for his autistic sons, just 6 months after his own diagnosis. Now, as many of you watch the NBA, you all know that Tony Snell has played in the league for 6 teams in the space of 9 years. And as we speak now, he's playing for the G League team of Boston Celtics, called the Maine Celtics, since 2023. And majority of his NBA career, he was a role player, and he's looking to come back into the league. Hopefully, he gets to receive retirement benefits given to players who play a minimum of 10 years. But what happened after all the persuasion from the NBA community and celebrities alike, begging the NBA to sign Tony Snell for whatever contract that he can get, so that he can receive those benefits that will take care of his two autistic sons. Now, according to the online streets, especially for those who like doing the digging, like on TikTok, I call them the citizen journalists, who are independent from the mass media, but they do their due diligence to find out the real truth behind such headlines. As you have, as I'm about to surprise you, now he is married to a beautiful wife, no lie, but the way his wife has been spending luxuriously and doing all manner of should I say uh, rich life, for lack of a better phrase, yet she's aware that her two sons have autism, and not long after them, her husband has autism, joining in that category. And for her showing what she's doing, not disrespect to her side hustle, but her not being there for the husband and the kids. I don't know much about their marriage and family, because they rarely share it. Maybe just sneak peeks on social media of the whole family going out together, but those little details could somehow bring conflict in the household. And as we speak to you now, Tony Snell has no NBA contract officially, and he's waiting for maybe next season to get that contract so that he plays just one more season in order to get the full retirement benefits given to players who play a minimum of 10 years, so that his kids who have autism can receive healthcare. According to the NBA rules concerning healthcare, let me let you know right now that the NBA requires players to have 3 years of experience to qualify for individual lifetime health insurance. Meaning, if you play 3 years minimum, you are taken care of for the rest of your life till your last breath. Uh, but if you play at least 10 years in the league, it's not only about you being taken care of health-wise, but also your whole family, either close or distant. So everybody be taken care of for the rest of their lives in terms of healthcare. But what do we find out on the online streets, especially on X or TikTok? People are saying, hey, there is something fishy here. They say Tony Snell has earned more than $50 million in his 9 year career in the NBA. But what happens when you have his wife publishing her luxurious life on social media and not caring much about what is happening uh, in her family, which of course Tony Snell and her wife are running? And it's really unfortunate, and I think this is I don't think. I mean, I could see it in many ways. I mean, one could be maybe Tony Snell did not save for the future, as as Africans they say you have to save for the rainy days. If he did not do that, I mean, hey, who am I to judge? I mean, I'm not his advisor. That could be one scenario, or two. Could be that maybe both the husband and the wife did not talk much about you know healthcare plans for their kids and themselves, and just save for the future in case Tony Snell doesn't have a job, or in case the wife cannot contribute much financially, because it has to be uh, uh, both of them have to work unanimously, working together in marriage, because in marriage you have to do it in health and in sickness, in rich or poor. But hey, who am I to judge? Very unfortunate, but I think that plea for a contract is somehow contradictory in my opinion, and that's why many people on social media are having doubts about that plea. And even if you look at the stats that he has been doing in the G League, it has not been good. So why does he deserve an NBA contract if even playing in the G League he's struggling to get minutes, and even with those minutes that he's getting, he's not performing to the utmost best? So it has both sides of the coin. Really unfortunate, and I don't think he deserves to beg, in my opinion. If he didn't save for the rainy day, I mean, too bad. It's unfortunate. The NBA will not help you. I mean, it's business. If you are a role player for most of your NBA career and you didn't think of saving for maybe your business empire, saving for your children and things like that, and who are you going to blame? The NBA or yourself? Selah, as the Bible says. Selah means think about it. For those of you who are watching or tuning in. So that's what is happening in the sports world. Now let's go a bit of the Grammy side of things, because it happened last night. Of course, if you are in other continents of the world, it happened Monday morning. And the most woke headline we have seen is Jay-Z is trying to pull off a Kanye West moment. 15 years after Kanye West did it in defense of Beyonce when Taylor Swift won an award during the music awards ceremony. I believe it's the MTV VMAs, And Kanye West just came out of nowhere and tried to, disrupt Taylor's speech and saying, hey, this is Beyonce's award, she deserves it, and not you, Taylor. But 15 years later, it is Jay-Z who is trying to do it. And he has received a lot of backlash until people online were making a lot of memes. Now, let me try and read some of the statements. Let me try and impersonate what he was trying to say in defense of Beyonce. According to BuzzFeed.com, I don't want to embarrass this young lady, but she has more Grammys than everyone and never won album of the year. He continues to say, so even by your own metrics, that doesn't work. Think about that. The most Grammys, never won album of the year, it doesn't work. He continues to say, some of you are going to go home and feel like you've been robbed. Some of you may get robbed. Some of you don't belong in the category. The audience was audibly gagged before he tried to recover with a hilarious justification. And he continues to say, no, when I get nervous, I tell the truth. I wonder why. In the end, he says he's trying to show that he, Beyonce, and others might get snubbed, but they are not sore losers. Don't you think that is a kind of dictatorial statement? And he says, outside of that, we got to keep showing up. Just in life, we got to keep showing up until they give you all those accolades you feel you deserve. Now, why is this headline woke? Because facts tell you that Beyonce and Jay-Z have 88 nominations each in the Grammys career of both of these artists. And then further continue to say Jay-Z has won the most Grammys by a rapper, which he has 24. But for Beyonce, she has won the most all time with 32 Grammys. Now, just because somebody did not win album of the year does not mean that you have to try and cry racism, or you try and pull a race card, or you try and do a Kanye West moment. What are you trying to tell the Swifties? You're trying to tell the Swifties that Taylor doesn't deserve this? I mean, come on, man. If you put Beyonce and Taylor Swift right now, who deserves that award? The proof is in the pudding. Go and check there online. You see Taylor Swift has made more money. If you look at the albums, the tours, even, the mentions she has been, said online, on radio stations, on TV. I mean, the facts are there. Just like Ben Shapiro and Tom McDonald. I mean, those are facts. Taylor Swift is more successful than Beyonce. That is why she's a billionaire before Beyonce. Yes, no disrespect to Beyonce's artistry, she's worth $800 million as we speak now, according to Forbes. But that does not mean that she deserves every award that she's nominated. Or you're trying to force Beyonce into being nominated for an award. I mean, no disrespect Jay-Z, but there you just went to work. So, if you see both stories, they have similarities. They are both trying to beg for one. You are seeing is trying to beg for a contract, yet you are seeing other things behind the scenes, while on the other one is trying to beg for a nomination for an award, yet facts are proven that she didn't deserve to be nominated in the first place, because there is no way you can win something if you've not been nominated by the selection committee. And so that's what I had to share with you guys. But before I go, I just want to congratulate all the African artists, either they are native or diaspora. Congratulations on the nominations. Now, out of the African artists that have been nominated, only Tyler has won an award for Best African Music Performance. Now, most people say, hey, she's an industry plant, she didn't deserve it, but hey, who am I to judge? I mean, things happen for a reason. It's just like in sports. Some don't deserve to win, but hey, you just have to move on and get yours next time. But hey, that's it from me, Solomon Wafua. Today you've seen I've mixed sports and entertainment. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Make sure you comment in the comment section on whatever platform you're using. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and let's grow this channel steadily, and very soon you'll see it being noticed elsewhere. But as from me, Solomon Wafua, until the next episode of the Sports Oriented Wokeism Show, is goodbye, and until next time. Hey, make sure you don't beg what you didn't work hard for.